and Darshana, are you able to hear me? Yeah, very good evening. Darshana and George, are you able to hear me? Hello? Darshana, are you able to hear me? Okay, great. So today I'll be teaching you how you can write a case study. Okay? Okay. So can you see the document with the name Today One PDF? Can you see that? Okay. And okay. So first of all, we are going to begin with this document. Okay. George, are you there? George, is my voice audible? Now, so today we are going to do about how to write case studies and types of case studies. Okay, various kinds of case studies. Is it clear? Now, okay. So Darshana and George, is everything visible to you? Or since there are less number of students in class today, so I want you to suggest what we should do. What would you like to do, Darshana and George? Can we have a debate? That is GD. Like one should speak for it and case study. George is saying case study. How about you, Darshana? Should we do case studies, Darshana? Okay, fine. Great. So let's do the case study thing. Okay. George, how about? Okay, George is not responding, so let me upload the next case study. Okay, so I'm just going to put it on the board now. Let me get other one. Tesco we have done job roles. Let me get that job role one. That is a bit easy. So I'm going to do that one. Okay, so I'm just going to put it on the board. Okay. Just a second. Just wait for a while. Right. Yeah, job roles. Okay. Yeah. So I have it at my end. Now I'm going to put it on the board. Job roles. So it is going to come on the board in few seconds. Okay. Fine. So let me read it at my end. Job roles at Specsavers. This is the name of the company. Specsavers. Have you ever heard the name of this company before? Specsavers. What does the name suggest? What kind of a company it could be? What kind of manufacturing it is into? Darshana. Specsavers. Yeah, it is going to come. You tell me what does Specsavers mean? What kind? No, spec means specs. Okay, spectacles. Okay, so they are into the manufacturing of that. Fine. Yeah. Now, no, it's not coming. Wait, just wait. So it will be there on the board. Just wait for a while. Can you see it now? Darshana and George, are you able to see it now? The document. Good. Fine. So let's begin with this. Okay. George, you cannot see it. Darshana can see it. George cannot see it. Still you are not able to see it? George and Darshana, are you able to see the case study or not? Darshana can see and George? Okay, okay, cool. So let me read it for you. Okay, I'm going to read it now. Now, see, job roles at Specsavers. So let me tell you about the company, a bit about the company. Specsavers is one of the best names in optical retailing in Britain. So this company is not there in India. It is there in Britain. Optical retailing involves selling spectacles and other eye care products on the high street. Okay. In 2010, Specsavers was voted Britain's most trusted optician for the 8th year in row. So they have got the award of being the best optician for 8 years in continuation. Fine, Darshana and George. Is it clear? Okay, fine, cool. Darshana, are you able to hear me? Darshana and George, are you able to hear me? Is my voice audible? Okay. Is my voice perfect now? Are you able to hear me? Darshana, are you there? Okay, cool. Fine. Okay, fine. Thank you. Now, so they were being voted, the most trusted optician for 8 years in a row. Specsavers was founded in 1984 by Doug and Mary Perkins. They started the business in their spare bedroom on a table tennis table. So they just employed one bedroom for starting this business when this company was a startup. In 1984, the owners, they had one bedroom. They might have used that for selling specs, and they used to keep the specs on table tennis table. Fine. Up until the 1980s, British opticians were seen as a form of medical provision and were heavily regulated by government. Okay. They prevented competition. When the government of the time deregulated the industry, optical retailers were able to advertise for the first time. Okay, so earlier there were a lot of obligations in terms of government policies. Okay, so the business of specs was not flourishing. Okay, because there were so many rules and regulations set up by government. Okay, when the government of the time deregulated the industry, optical retailers were able to advertise for the first time. Doug and Mary seized this opportunity. They opened their first Specsavers stores in Bristol and Guernsey. The aim was Specsavers to become a trusted eye care provider, offering a wide range of stylish, affordable glasses. So they started up as a company in 1984 from their bedroom, okay, and later on they opened their first store in Germany. So that they actually wanted to set up something which can become a trusted eye care provider in terms of providing, stylish, affordable glasses. Fine. Is it clear, George and Darshana? Okay. Optical retailing involves both commercial and clinical disciplines. Specsavers branches provide not only value for money products but also for professional clinical services. So they not only sell spectacles, they will also test your eyes or whatever. Okay. So it's not like they are just going to provide you with specs. They can also test your eyes. They might be having opticians. Okay. With experts, opticians carry out eye tests using the latest optical equipment. So opticians who they might have employed, they will conduct the eye test using the latest optical equipment. So there is so that they don't get wrong anywhere. They don't go wrong anywhere. Fine. The Specsavers range of glasses include the latest designs from some of the Europe top fashion houses. All glasses have high quality Pentax lenses. The lenses they use in their glasses is Pentax lenses. It is of high quality. If they are not going to use that, how their dream of becoming a trusted eye care provider will flourish, right? Right, Darshana and George? So without that, it is not possible. Optical retailing involves both commercial and clinical disciplines. Okay. The Specsaver range of glasses includes the latest, okay, this we have read, sorry. In addition, Specsavers offers a wide range of contact lenses and products. So they sell glasses, they sell contact lenses. Your eye can be tested by a, trusted optician there. So you can find, we can say all bound eye care products, and at the same time, whatever services are needed in accordance with the eye and specs, okay, all you are going to find it at Specsavers. Specsaver is now an international company. Okay, it's not just confined to Britain. It has stores across Europe and Australia and New Zealand. It is the market leader in the UK with a third of the country optical retail sales. So it is like globalized now. Earlier it was just situated in Britain and UK, but now it is doing business abroad as well in Australia, Europe and New Zealand. Fine. There are over 1300 stores across the world, and the company has an annual turnover of over £1 billion. The company's head office is in Guernsey. Specsaver's culture is all about serving people. So what do they believe? They believe in serving people. Unlike many other types of retailing, selling spectacles involves much interaction with customers. So, when it comes to selling of the spectacles, you just cannot sell it. You have to interact a lot with the customers. You have to understand the needs. Okay, and then you can sell the specific one. And then only, and if they are satisfied with your services, then only they'll come back to you again and again. Right? Right? Okay, cool. Now, Specsavers depends on its people to deliver the highest standards of customer care and service. See, when it comes to, company can get a customer, but it's the people who are working in the company who can manage the customer, right? So if customer services, care services are not good, I don't think anyone is going to go back to the company again, right? Because customer service executives can only understand what customer wants and they can saturate their needs. Suppose if I have to buy a phone, I have purchased a phone, from some company, okay? And if I'm not satisfied with the customer care executive, although I'm satisfied with the phone, then I won't prefer that company, because this product is a dead thing. It's the customer service executive who is going to cater my needs. So if he or she is not serving me well, why I need to buy the product from that company? If they are not treating me as a god, then if the customer care service is not good, that's why they are being trained. Have you ever heard about Dell, the company that sell laptops and all? You might have heard about it. You might be using Dell laptop as well. So what happens in case of Dell? You might have seen the customer care executives. They have to deal with people from all through the globe. So they are being trained on this part, pronunciation part, and at the same time this accent part, right? You might have heard Dell customer care executives. They have got an American accent. So they are being trained on that. When they are being selected, they have to go through a round in which their accent is being tested. Why? Why is it so? And if they are not that good in that, they are being trained because they have to. Yeah, I know. This is to ensure customer satisfaction, right? And every company does the same. Specsavers depends on its people to deliver the highest standards of customer care and service. To help them do this business provides a variety of interesting job roles as well as opportunities for career development. Okay, so this company too has got many domains. Okay, and you can join the specific domain as per your skills and interest. The case study shows how different job roles are structured within the organization and how they support Specsavers business. Is it clear so far? Okay, let's proceed ahead. Organizational structure and ownership. Specsavers have adopted a unique partnership or joint venture approach. So see, they cannot manage everything on their own. Okay, so they have, every company does that now. They are into joint business venture approach. This is similar to a franchisee model of ownership. Business owners contribute an initial sum of capital to buy into the Specsavers brand. Then they become partners and trade under the Specsavers name. Okay, so I can take the agency of Specsavers. Okay, and for that I'll have to pay some money, and then I can sell brands under the Specsavers name. Owners are provided with products, training and other support from head office. So this is being done by other companies too, like Woodland. A particular person will pay some money to the Woodland people to get the franchisee in my city. Okay, and then they will get help from the head office. They can sell the products under the brand name Woodland, right? KFC, yeah, KFC is there, Woodland is there. There are so many, right? Pantaloons is there. Okay, business owners contribute an initial sum of capital to buy into Specsavers brand. Okay, owners are provided with products, training and other support from head office. There are typically two business owners for each store. One is trained optometrist and other a retail director. These owners are responsible for running their individual stores. They retain any profits made. This joint venture structure is based on gaining the maximum benefits of both. Centralization, where activities are concentrated at the head office of a firm. For example, Specsavers' huge buying power for frames and lenses enables it to pass on saving to customers. Okay, so head office also provides centralized IT, legal, finance and marketing support for all branches. Now decentralization, which involves giving responsibility for decision making to local operating units. So in centralization, all the decisions will be taken by the head office and all the branches have to listen to them accordingly. Okay, whatever they are saying. But in decentralization model, each operating unit can take their own decisions. Example, branches, individual stores are run by the owners, who have direct local knowledge to meet local consumer demands. Fine. Is it clear? George and Darshana? Okay. Now, are you enjoying the case study? How about you, George? Are you liking it or not? Okay, fine. Weekends, less number of people are there in class. They might have gone outside to enjoy on weekends, other than Darshana and George. It is a weekend there, right? You might be having weekend leave today, right? So you people didn't went out. Others might have gone out. That's why they are not here. Okay. So how are you? What are you? Are you doing something specific this New Year? How you will be celebrating this New Year? You are doing something specific? Are you people going out on vacation? What about you, Darshana? Okay, George is not going out. Then what will you do? Okay, okay. Okay, fire shows. That's great. That's great. Okay, cool. Very good. Okay, cool. Now, let's proceed ahead. A typical Specsavers store has a hierarchical structure with layers of employees reporting up the chain. The business owners, directors are at the top of the hierarchy. They delegate responsibility for different tasks to employees lower down. Okay, so it's the top directors who are going to assign roles to the lower delegates. Okay, the organization chart below shows the chain of command and layers of hierarchy within a typical Specsaver store. So within a typical Specsaver store, you will have retail director or optometrist director. Okay. Optometrist director will manage lab manager and assistant and dispensing optician. Okay. And Specsaver will then have store manager, optometrist. So this is how it does. Now, centralization, what is that? The concentration of decision making and executive authority in the top management, often within an organization head office. So in case of centralization structure, what happens is this: the decision making capability will be there in the head office itself, okay, and specifically by the top management. In decentralization, shifting decision making away from the organization center or head towards the operating units. So in case of decentralization model, the operating branches, whoever is the head of the operating branch, their own branch, they can take decision for their own branch. This top management won't speak anything in that. Okay. Now, hierarchical structure, an organization structure arranged by levels of seniority with a chain of command down which decisions are passed. Now, roles within the organization. Job roles come with the different levels of responsibility. So for every job role, you have to play the different responsibility. You have to meet out with the different responsibility, right? Okay. These levels will be directly related to the individual person's expertise and training. So as per your expertise, they choose you for a particular domain in an office, right? And then you are being trained on that. A job description describes the various activities associated with a particular job role. A Specsaver stores requires a wide mix of people with different skills and competencies. So see, when it comes to a particular company, they need people. Every company, it's not just Specsaver. Other companies too need people with wide range of expertise. It's not like only a finance guy can run the whole company, or only a marketing guy can run the whole company. They need people. Who have expertise in different areas. Okay. Now, for example, within a Specsaver store, the optometrist has the responsibility for making sure that customers' eyes are tested and for recommending the appropriate type of glasses. So optometrist will, just see what kind of eye defect I might be having. They will test my number and then they will suggest that, okay, you need to wear glasses with this number. Okay. This is what the optometrist will do when it comes to a Specsaver or any other, spec shop if they have optometrist. A dispensing optician will have the responsibility of checking that the correct glasses are provided for the customer. So dispensing optician will see that optometrist has suggested these glasses. So Have customers got the same or they have got some other different glass? Okay. A store supervisor will manage a team of optical assistants, and optical assistants will have the delegated authority to deal with the customer inquiries. So optical assistants, okay, in a Specsavers shop, okay, they will deal with the customer's inquiries, okay, and they will make recommendation for selecting frames, having been provided with appropriate training to give them the necessary skill. So is it clear what optometrist will do, what a dispensing optician will do, and what an optical assistant will do when it comes to job responsibilities within Specsavers? Is it clear, George and Darshana? Cool. Specsavers is passionate about delivering outstanding patient care. So they are very good at it and they enjoy it. They want to give outstanding patient care. Okay? Because they want to get globalized. Okay? They want to earn good reputation. It does this by ensuring stores give the best dispensing advice to meet the customer needs. So if the store, if I'm visiting a Specsavers and if optometrist is checking my eye properly, they are giving me appropriate lens, the kind of frame which will suit my face, then I will visit them again and again. It will saturate me as a customer too, right? It also puts great emphasis on recruiting and training highly motivated staff. So like other companies, Specsavers want to employ people who are like motivated. If you are motivated, you will deal with the customer with enthusiasm and zeal, and you will put your creativity in your job as well. Okay, right? Right. Now, Specsavers is okay. The same, right? It also puts great emphasis on recruiting highly motivated staff. Employees are expected to share Specsavers' vision of providing patients with the best care. So see, if I am working for a company and if I can, there will be a motto for my company, right? For LG, it's life good. There is a motto. So Specsavers have certain motto. And if those people who are working with them, if they don't know what that motto is or if they don't implement it while selling Specsavers, specs in Specsavers, company reputation won't be good, right? It won't gain good condition, this thing, right? They will be in the bad names of customers. It will give them a bad name in the eyes of customers, right? So whatever is the motto of the company, if the customer care representatives know that, they understand it and they implement that while selling goods for that company, then company will do good, right? Oh, yeah. Is it clear, Rashtra, George? You can take 3 minutes break and then you can come back. Okay, if you want, you can drink water. Okay, is it clear, Darshana and George? You can take 3 minutes break and then we'll come back to it. Yeah, okay. Shall we resume again, George and Darshana? George, it's okay. No, I don't mind it. It's okay. Thank you. Now Darshana, professional roles. In recruiting staff, Specsavers put together a person's specification. This set out the skills required and the behavior expected of various post holders. Job applicants can see what is expected of them in a specific role. So wherever a company publishes certain vacancy, they will brief on job role as well, right? You might have seen that on job portals, right, Darshana? They will give the brief description of what they are looking for in terms of skill set, right? In terms of skill set, yeah, job description. Job applicants can see what is expected of them in a specific role. It also enables Specsavers to match candidates to the relevant qualification and requirement for each job, as well as identifying their potential for career development. An optometrist is at Specsavers has to work with the whole store team to deliver the highest standards of clinical and customer service. So see, if the optometrist services are not up to the mark, whole efforts of the Specsavers will go in vain. He has to test the eyes properly and he has to meet the highest standards of clinical service, right? In terms of customer satisfaction, right? This enables Specsavers to meet patient needs as well as achieve business objectives. As in any role, Specsaver professional staff have targets and standards they need to meet. So for every individualistic person who is working, under this Specsaver company, they will have certain targets to meet as per the job assigned to them. Okay. Optometrists, these includes meeting targets for number of eye tests carried out and sales of glasses resulting from these tests. So duties of optometrists include conducting full eye examinations. Okay. Then communicating results to customers in clear. That means understandable language. If I don't understand English, optometrists need to explain it to me in Hindi. That okay, you are having this and this eye problem. Providing dispensing advice and ensuring customers understand the recommendation. So, and then after telling them what their problem might be with their eyes, they need to, give them suggestions that okay, you are having this and this eye disease. This is your number. You should go for this. And while giving advice, they have to keep in mind that me being a patient, I have to understand what they are really trying to say. Right? So they have to convey their results appropriately. Clear? So they have to make me understand clearly. Okay. Maintaining customer record, maintaining cleanliness of test rooms and equipment. So being an optometrist, they have to keep the room clean. If the room is dirty, patients won't like it, right? It would be unhygienic for them and they can get other eye infections, right? So it should be kept clean. Yeah, general cleanliness. Specsavers has big commitment to developing its people. Gurvinder, who has worked as an optometrist for a number of years, says, this is where the size of our company is a big plus. The training we have assessed is too brilliant. If you have ambitions to run your own practice, Specsavers offer a development program that will teach you ins and out of how to run a successful store, from managing staff. So they also have training programs for people who want to set up their own clinic. That how they can run their business, how they can, control their staff and everything. Fine? Fine. Now, as well as optometrists, there are a number of other professional staff in each store. Dispensing opticians deliver spectacle dispensing services following eye examination. They will provide guidance on frame selection and lens choice. Okay. So, dispensing optometrists, once the test has been done by the optometrist, they will suggest you about the kind of frame you should take. Okay. After the eye examination, they will also help you in selecting the appropriate frame, carrying out appropriate measurements where necessary. Some dispensing opticians undertake additional qualification to become contact lens specialists. They can then advise on fit and dispense contact lenses to customers who wish to have an alternative to glasses. So some people, they don't want to use glasses, especially women, right? So they will suggest that okay, you can take this contact lens. Okay. Nearly all Specsavers stores have an in-store lab for making up glasses to customers' prescriptions. Okay, every customer's prescription will be different. So they have an in-store lab for making up glasses to customers' prescriptions. Lab assistants support day-to-day running of the lab and make up glasses to the highest possible standards. Whatever is being given in the prescription, they will try to meet out that in terms of numbers. Okay, whatever have numbers of glasses. Lab managers are responsible for the efficient running of the lab, ensuring that all glasses are made on time and to the correct standard. If the standard is not being met out, what is the use, right? So this is the duty of the lab manager. And it should be delivered on time too. That is also very important, right? Specsavers also provide solutions to hearing problems. Okay, so they are not just confined to specs or eyes. They also provide solutions to hearing problems. Many of its stores now have professional staff who are trained to carry out hearing tests, and they also give hearing aids. Isn't it good? So if whether you are having problems with eyes or ears, you can just visit Specsavers. We should have some kind of stores like this in India too, where we can get an optometrist and we don't have to visit a specific doctor, eye surgeon. Okay, so rest of the things we are going to cover tomorrow. Okay, fine. Is it clear, Darshana? Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions for me? Fine. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow at the same time. Don't forget to fill the feedback form. See you tomorrow. Okay. Thank you so much.